what's up everyone? Trent here. Clicking on this video is a commitment to yourself that you are interested in mastering your craft of sales and getting your money right. Growing up as an unathletic, overweight white guy, I got cut from my middle school basketball teams. I always dreamt of playing in the NBA, but unfortunately I wasn't 7 foot tall and didn't have the athletic prowess like LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. It's easy to watch these professional athletes and say, oh, well, you play basketball professionally, you can't shoot free throws. If I was in that position, I would shoot 90% from the free throw line. I would shoot like Steph Curry from 3, and I would be good at everything. Luckily for you and I, the game of business actually presents higher upside than being a professional athlete, and you and I can master the foundational skill of business, which is sales. And business is a long-term game that honestly has higher upside than being a professional athlete, as we can play this game forever. We can master the certain skills to make as much money as we want and really build the life of our dreams. So it's critical to master sales. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 3 most important sales skills so that you can reach whatever point you want in your life, in business, and really build the dream future that you think about like I do on a day-to-day basis. If you're new to the channel, subscribe now. If you've seen one of my videos before, I'll settle for a like. Really appreciate the help. Go ahead and take a second now to do each of those activities. We're so close to monetizing the channel, so if you could watch to the end of this video, that would be a great help. Sales skill number 1 is pipeline generation. On this video, we talk a lot about cold calling. I've made over 40,000 cold calls, talk a lot about life of an SDR, talk a lot about sending cold emails and all things prospecting. The reason pipeline generation is so important is no matter what sales organization you're in, whether it be a B2B technology company like I'm in, whether it is a retail company, whether it is a pharmaceutical sales company, sales operations needs pipeline because pipeline leads to revenue, and you can forecast based on X percentage of pipeline coverage, we can expect XYZ revenue. So the more pipeline you have, the higher quality in-quarter pipeline you have, the more revenue you're gonna close and the more successful you're gonna be as a sales rep, building a business, or creating the lasting foundation for a successful organization and go-to-market strategy. A couple common ways to generate pipeline: cold calling, sending emails, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and there's a lot of other marketing activities to generate organic warmth that you can do. We're gonna focus on those big 3, and specifically number 1, cold calling. We talk a lot about cold calling on this channel, so if you're interested in for specific scripts, how to nail the first 15 seconds, what to actually say on a cold call, how to overcome objections, make sure to check out my cold calling playlist for all of that. At a high level, cold calling is important because the fastest way to get something done is to call somebody directly. You need to know what your ask is, and if your ask is to set up a meeting, if you need to set up more meetings so that you can progress those meetings into demos, so that you can eventually negotiate and close the deals. Ultimately, closing is one of the most important sales skills. The first step to closing is generating pipeline. So you need to be able to adopt a hunter mentality. Think about a lion in the safari. A lion eats what they kill. In your sales job, you need to eat what you kill, and eating is closing revenue, killing is setting up pipeline in cold calling. A lion is only working for 4 hours a day. So in sales, you don't need to constantly hit your head against the wall. You need to work hard, but you also need to work smarter. And we talk a lot about that on this channel, so I wanna help you become more successful at cold calling. So check out some of those videos so that you can get more in depth. Sales skill number 2 is pipeline health. You may be asking, Trent, what is pipeline health? I don't need to go to the doctor. I already got my vaccination. What are you talking about with health? When we look at sales, top of the funnel is generating pipeline. Middle of the funnel is actually working the sales cycles. And pipeline health looks like being effective at discovery, being able to understand what is the budget, what is the timeline, what is the compelling event, what is the pain, what is the decision process, what is the decision criteria, who are the economic buyers. There's a lot that goes into understanding and putting the puzzle pieces together of a quality deal. The higher value deals we start working, the more of these metric, that's what we call them, metric that we need to fill out. Metric, economic buyer, compelling event, all of that. That's what that stands for. And pipeline health means knowing each of those things on a deal-to-deal level, but also being able to look at all of your deals and say, what is my next step? What is the compelling event? How do I drive urgency? How do I build enough value through effective discovery, showing value through a demo, bringing in whatever resources, references, and then being able to negotiate and close the deal. All of that comprises of pipeline health, and it's really important. And going from a SDR for the past 2 years to a newly promoted account executive, there's a lot more money to be made, new skills that you need to know in order to effectively close more deals. So you need to be good at pipeline health. There's tools out there. I use Clary in my organization, but also getting out a piece of paper and writing down your deals, writing down the value, writing down what you need to do, that also can help. The third most important sales skill is being a lifelong learner, otherwise known as self-development. Each and every day, I watch some sort of motivational, inspirational video. I listen to some sort of motivational, inspirational, educational audio content, and then I try to read every day. I'm reading The Fountainhead right now by Ayn Rand. It's like a 600-page book. It's fiction. You don't always need to be reading The Closers, whatever, all these sales books. You don't need to be doing that. You just need to be reading something, because by reading, it helps with your comprehension. It honestly helps me sleep better, and by reading, it helps me become more articulate. In this video, I wrote down a bit of preparation. We have not stopped once, and I've now been talking for over 6 minutes and 30 seconds, solely based on having a big 3 of sales skills. And it's important when we're talking to be able to tie the message back to the overarching agenda that we've talked about, the top 3 sales skills: pipeline generation, pipeline health, and self-development. Self-development looks like absorbing content, reading, audio, video, and it also looks like being proactive and understanding your market, understanding your competitors, understanding what skills do you lack, what do you do well at, how do you do more of what you're good at, and then how do you get better and more effective at being viewed as a thought leader to your customers. And that's a daily process. It's something you need to do each and every day. And the reps that are constantly developing, constantly sharpening their swords or saws, whatever it may be, 7 habits, you know what I'm talking about. The folks that are constantly getting better and trying to maximize their potential are the folks that end up being the Kobe Bryants, that end up being LeBron James. That's the common thread amongst all the most successful people, being lifelong learners. So the third sales skill, self-development, continuous learning, I'd say is the most important. And over the course of 3 to 5 to 10 to 20 years, that is what will set you apart. If you don't know how to do something, having the skill to go figure out how to do it effectively sooner rather than later will help get you to where you want to go, believe me. My intention through these videos is to help you become a better salesperson, to help you get your money right, and to help you find your success, whatever that may be, sooner rather than later. So make sure to subscribe to the channel now if you haven't already. Ring that bell for all the future videos. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, drop a comment below, which is super easy, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn if you'd like to join networks. I thank you for watching the video to this point. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.